Martin, let me start by saying you had the right visions, but you didn't reach them by making all the right decisions. I have a dream, yeah, let's cut the crap. Let's be honest, we all know who really put you on the map. Yeah, me, that's right, you didn't appear out of thin air, you got to the top, arguing with me on our people's despair. Mr. Atlanta, Georgia, born and raised, fighting white supremacy by any means necessary is how we should be spending our days.
Alright, okay, that was a real nice speech there, Malcolm, but let's not forget what turned out to be the outcome. You thought it best to fight fire with fire. Well, it's too bad we soon found out you were a liar. Look, I'm sorry about the bombing and the death of your father, but using that same violence would only damn our sons and daughters. You can preach all you want about the Nation of Islam, but sooner or later we must live together in this nation as one. Black nationalism will not do us justice in the long run. We are all equal. Isn't that what we all would like to have won? I commend you though for your efforts to cast off racism, but using any means necessary is just not the ideal civil rights activism.
Yeah, you always go on about non-violence, but you don't know tragedy like I do. You merely watch the riots. If the whites had it their way, we would never have political change. We must do everything we can to get rid of the deranged. White people thinking they have the right to own us will never have equal jobs or a say in society if we leave it to the POTUS. At least I know when to quit. I know when I'm not right. I left the Nation of Islam and Muhammad and didn't put up a fight. Meanwhile, you were lying to Coretta and having women on the side. But this isn't about your hypocrisy or obscure judgments. It's about how I have the guts to do anything for our freedom so no one can touch it.
Don't talk to me about your work for civil rights. I did more than you ever would have before you were assassinated in plain sight. Sure, you fought for blacks to experience freedom and peace, but at what cost? The corpses of the whites lying in the streets? I led the Montgomery bus boycott, the March on Washington, and did work in Selma. Yes, I'm the one who stood up to the whites and said, "Test me, I dare ya." I always preached nonviolence, and look where it got us. The second time we crossed the bridge in Montgomery, the cops let us without making a fuss. Yeah, I was shot and killed just like you, but I lasted longer, and I was better, everyone knew. While you keep whining about how civil rights was your forte, I want you to remember that I'm the one who has my own day. January 15th, mark your calendar, Malcolm. It's time to remember the man who gave blacks a say.
Alright, I'm done fighting with you. It's a waste of my time. I just want you to think of this quote I once said. You don't have to read between the lines. I said there's no such thing as a non-violent revolution. And well, I am right. I kept our goal in sight and got us back our rights in the Constitution. I had a rough life very much like you, but I had the guts to do something about it and make the whites pay their dues. And when schools study me and history, I only hope they see what I see. I'm the man who started civil rights and made our people believe.
Alright, Malcolm, I see what game you're playing. Now it's my turn to share quotes as long as we're talking about sayings. I once said, I feel that Malcolm has done himself and our people a great disservice. Now how's that for a quote that gets under your epidermis? Yeah, I just used a big word to get my point across. Read my lips, Malcolm. When it comes to fighting for the blacks and getting civil rights justice, you already know who's the boss. And I don't even think I have to tell you that you just lost.